Alright, we are officially live. What's up, everybody? This is Weaver Guy. This is Damien, Katie, and Manuel. We'll be talking all things anime and manga today. So Katie, as we always start off, what are we watching or reading?
Not reading anything right now. Was sick last week, but
Can't
watching.
hear you. Hold on.
Can you hear me?
Not you. You're good.
Okay. I'm watching Black Clover again. Still watching Tower of God new episodes, and still reincarnated as a slime new episodes.
Nice. Are you reading? Or you said you weren't reading anything. You were getting over currently dying. So.
Yeah. Trying not to die.
Yeah. All right, Manuel. What are you watching and reading?
Been forcing myself to finish
Trigun.
Trigun Stampede, and it's been a fucking absolute nightmare. I just finally started the new My Hero season.
Oh, so
it's okay so far. Again, the beginning just kind of pissed me off because I knew what was going to happen because I was reading the manga. So right now I'm farther ahead in the manga than I am in the anime, so it's kind of boring right now. But I think that's really it. Oh, and I finally started. What was it? 86.
86. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I finally started that. I'm about to. I'm caught up on slime. I'm caught up on. There's something else. I don't know. My brain is mush right now. I'm trying to do like 5 things. So I can get the fuck out of here.
No, you're good. You missed it. I broke my camera on accident.
How the hell did you do that?
A little plastic piece broke off when I went to adjust it. So I spent at least 15 minutes adjusting it and finally got it back in place.
We lost the artistic angle from the camera.
Oh yeah, I was sitting sideways. So I'm not reading anything. Well, I will be, but watching. I'm watching. You're right. You caught me. Watching Hunter x Hunter right now. I am watching Fairy Tail, Black Clover, My Hero, obviously, and then Tower of God, which we'll talk about later. I also made a trip. I was up in Cleveland this past weekend for WWE SummerSlam, and my wife.
That's only GP.
Yeah, it's only GP.
I just told you I don't know.
So when I was up in Cleveland, there happened to be a anime and manga shop that reopened, and they were running some deals, and I got some stuff, show and tell time. So I got a Attack on Titan drink. So I got one there. It had 2 different flavors. This one tastes like genocide. So
I want that one. I want that.
So
I need it.
These were the manga shop was called. Let me make sure I got it right here. Doki.
I love the taste of fresh genocide in the morning.
It was Doki Doki Kawaii Shop up in Cleveland, Ohio. They were running a deal for manga for 10% off. So I got the next 2 volumes of Kaiji number 8. So I'm ready for that. We didn't really get anything else, but it was a nice shop. So if you're up in the Cleveland area, I definitely recommend checking it out. The owner was really nice. I kind of plugged the podcast and told her I would also plug her shop. So, other than that, I'm not reading or watching anything. I mean, unless anybody else has got anything else, we're gonna go on to the news.
Nope.
Alright, so our news wrap up. We got the Olympics are being taken over by anime and manga. We've had everything such as Haiku. The Japanese team, I guess, won a game and they were playing the opening for Haiku. Also, I can't confirm if it's real or not, but during one of the races before the competitors were getting ready to start, the Ultra Instinct theme from Dragon Ball Super was being played over the PA.
I did hear about that actually.
I heard that too.
Yeah, so I can or cannot confirm that it's real, but in my head, I would like to think it's real. Um, and then also, I guess the guy's name is Noah Lyles, had one of the sprinters, I think gold medalist actually, has been running around with a Blue Eyes White Dragon card in his like running outfit, and he'll pull it out afterwards and everything. So, um, they asked him about it. And he said he has it like stuck to his body when he's running. So I was like, hey, props to you. Um, we also have anime being leaked. Don to Don had the first 6 episodes, opening and ending leaked. I'm not sure where you can find that, but that is something that has been confirmed, and the opening actually sounds fire. It was made by Creepy Nuts, the same people that did the opening for Mashal Season 2.
Nice.
This is a big one for everybody, I think, here. Solo Leveling Season 2 is wrapped up recording. So that either tells me that we will be getting solo leveling in the next couple months, or possibly within the next year. Also, Kaiju number 8, Season 2 will be airing next year. No timetable on that. Demon Slayer has become the highest ranked anime on Crunchyroll. I don't think I'm really surprised there by that.
I actually kind of am. I hear nothing, and I mean literally nothing but people talk shit about how boring it was.
Yeah. But I think unfortunately, I think it's something that the animation is so good that it's hard to, I don't get it. I thought this past season was good for what it was. I think it was
Yeah.
I was fine with it being a
The plot builder.
Yeah, I was fine with it being technically a filler arc to make you feel something for these characters that I think inevitably are gonna be. They don't do something like
I already
that.
sent it to you.
Yeah, they don't inevitably do something like that without, some bad things happening later on.
Bad things.
Bad things. And then this is a big one. We kind of mentioned it the last like 4 or 5 weeks in the news, but the My Hero Academia manga has officially ended.
How the fuck would it be iMessage? I have a Samsung.
Right, exactly. So the My Hero Academia manga is officially ended, and boy, are a lot of people pissed. So I don't know if you guys have seen the spoilers for the manga. So trying not to spoil it, but the reason a lot of people are feeling like the ending just kind of defeated the whole purpose of the series, and I'll leave it at that.
People are never happy with endings, though. I mean,
yeah.
no matter what.
It's because the ending was dog shit.
Yeah.
We're not gonna elaborate because Damien clearly doesn't want to, but it was dog shit.
Yeah.
It was the fucking absolute worst ending of all time, and they did Deku in the dirtiest way possible.
100%. Yep.
It was ass cheeks. It was
Yeah.
pure ass cheeks.
But can you tell me how you really feel? Like, I'm not 100% here.
I can fucking go on. Trust me.
I pretty much the only reason I'm not elaborating on it is I want to give it a week to simmer, but we can definitely have a discussion about it next week if we want. Because again, we could go a whole episode talking about that bullshit. And then I guess there's supposed to be a big announcement for My Hero. I haven't heard anything. So I
Yeah,
don't.
it's getting a couple spin-offs, I think.
Oh well.
Did you see that Oda made a shout out to the mangaka for My
Yes.
Hero?
Yeah. Both Oda and Akutami made shout outs, and um, it does suck because it is kind of the end of an era. I just hate how it ended, really. So
Do you know the backstory to the Oda shout out?
no.
So the mangaka for My Hero submitted a fan entry, a fan submission for some contest they had, and he sent in a picture that he drew of Smoker when he was a kid. So Oda, on his most recent chapter of One Piece, put that exact picture of Smoker on the cover of his manga
Oh wow.
to signify the end of the My Hero.
So I had heard about Oda doing a sort of tribute, but I wasn't sure on what exactly it was gonna be.
Yeah, he's the goat.
The goat. The goat. I would argue the goat is actually dead, but that's okay.
You're not wrong.
Yep.
I'd have that argument, honestly.
That could be a debate for another time, for sure. We are almost in debate season, I believe. So,
Nice.
other than that, I don't have any more news, and we can get on to. We got for the topic today. We got Tower of God, episodes 4 and 5 to review, and then our main topic is anime or franchises that we think could or should have a anime adaptation. So, real quick, we'll do Tower of God, and then we'll get into the meat and potatoes of everything. Tower of God, episode 4 and 5. What did everybody think?
Pretty boring. Not a lot of development. I mean, outside of maybe a little bit back to season 1 and kind of relating back to that story, there's really not much. I mean, and that's just kind of everyone finding out Rachel's a dirty bitch. But
Yep. So, my reaction. So, the good part in episode 4, it wasn't good, I guess, but Nia dying, I thought that was a relatively brutal death. Not that brutal. I've watched Attack on Titan. It's not beaten anything like that, but for everything that we've had up to this point, this was like a oh shit, like it's getting real. For episode 4, I thought the funny thing was is like, so you have her die, they get that figured out, and then like 3 minutes later, they pass the exam and it's like, hey, let's go eat chicken, and it's like, okay. We're not gonna act like that Nia dying happened.
there's a really big disconnect, I think, with that series. Hopefully it's just the anime, but we're like they're like, oh, we're best friends, and then oh, we're gonna kill each other. We're
Right.
best friends,
Right.
and there's nothing connecting them. It's just kind of sporadic.
Not at all. So like the only connection I will say with Nia and then the other guy, the blonde haired guy, I don't even remember their names. That's how well they are writing these characters. They did have some sort of history, so like I kinda did feel bad for him, but the thing that just cracked me up is
Did she actually die? Or
Yeah.
did he actually die?
Yeah. Yeah,
That's so random.
typically blood all over the ground at a very alarming rate means death to me.
I watched Aaron get eaten by a titan and live. I'm just saying.
That's fair.
He didn't chill.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, well, what's your logic for Levi living? That guy
Levi's
literally
Levi.
is
Levi
timber.
is Levi.
Right. Hey.
Okay, that's what we're doing. We're using half-ass logic. Okay.
Yes, because
plot armor.
Levi has the plot armor because everyone freaking loves Levi. Like, I sim for Aaron, and even I understand Levi's a badass, so even I can admit that.
A badass.
How do you sing for Aaron? That guy's unhinged.
I like them unhinged. Thank you.
Clearly.
Did you not see the conversation in the group chat about being delusional?
Yeah, I did
does it
actually.
not all make sense?
I mean, how did you not know it was Aaron? Like
Yeah.
really? Really?
She got her man's tattooed on her.
Light on the other side. Like let's
Yeah.
think here.
She is unhinged. we know her type. Dark haired with a very mysterious past.
Mysterious. Yes, let's go there.
Yeah, episode 4 was boring, other than her dying.
The whole show's been boring.
Other than the last couple episodes of the first season, there's not really been much for me to, again, if we were not watching this for the sake of having content, we probably would have dropped it forever ago.
We probably should just pick something else to make content about, if we're being honest.
Yeah, I agree. I'm still gonna watch it because, god damn it, I've committed to it now.
Invested this much time. Yeah,
me too. Me too.
But it's not something that's gonna be a focal point on here, I feel, unless something changes in the next couple episodes. Episode 5 kind of picked up where the first season ended, so I was kind of happy to see my boy Coon back. At first, I thought that he didn't realize what was going on, and then come to find out the twist of, oh, he was aware, and they even made it obvious the first season that he kind of had his suspicions. So I can't wait to see Rachel inevitably get killed, or whatever happens. I can't wait for that. But
I feel like they're going to keep her around for a long time. I feel like she's going to be a focal point through the whole series.
Oh,
honestly.
no doubt. She's going to be somebody that maybe you get rid of in the last season, like last couple episodes.
Yeah.
No, other than that,
I hope the first time Bomb sees her, he just fucking puts a fucking bomb through her heart, just explodes her existence into nothingness.
I mean, I hope
so. I hope so too. I hate her so much.
To be honest, the whole review we did a couple weeks ago was just talking about how much Rachel was a bitch. Oh, he dropped out.
Yeah. She is a bitch though.
She's a big bitch. Yeah, episode 5, other than that revelation of they know what's going on, really wasn't much else. And I'm hoping that maybe, they have the little meeting at the end, so I'm hoping that maybe that will lead to something more interesting this coming week.
It's been not bad. It feels like a knockoff solo leveling.
Oh, yeah.
Like a really super knockoff solo
Especially
leveling.
when they started talking about E rank and all that. Like, out of nowhere. At no point in the first season was there E rank, anything like that, and now we're talking. As soon as I said it, my mind was immediately like, is this solo leveling?
And maybe solo leveling just set the bar high for those types, but I'm also trying to figure out. So they are on the 20. He's on the 20th level, but they're on the second or third. So so as you get higher up, it's the first level. So it's like reverse from a normal tower. So that was something I had to correct for myself, I guess. So
wait, if you're on the 20th, you're down below, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting from it because in one of the recent ones they said that they were on this Rachel and them were on the second or third, but he's still on the 20th, so it has to go in reverse.
Right. Yeah, again, stuff that they don't explain. That's gonna be the killer for me for this.
Now, Coon and Rachel are on 20, because that's where they got to originally with Bam. They just haven't moved from that floor because they're coming up with, or he's trying to build a team.
Well,
I thought they were on 2 or 3, and then
No,
Rachel
Bam is
on-
now 2 or 3 because that guy with the blonde hair failed every year to make it even into the tower. So he started off at level 1.
see, and
I,
this is they don't explain shit.
yeah, because the way it was presented to me was that Rachel is on like level 2 or 3, is what I was
No,
told.
because Rachel made it all the way with Bam, with them and Kuhn and all those guys. And then Gator, who I haven't seen at all.
Yeah.
Who knows what the fuck happened to that guy?
Well,
But they're
that's what-
still hold on, but they're still climbing the tower because they haven't reached the top.
yeah.
Right, they're still climbing. They're just farther along because they've been doing it for the last 5 years.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Yeah, I got you now. I'm picking up what you're throwing down. Yeah, no, the last 2 episodes were pretty lackluster. The fighting's good though. I will give it that.
Yeah, they have good animation for fight scenes.
Manuel, what were your thoughts?
I mean, overall, it's pretty boring. The first season was really bad up until the last couple episodes. The last couple episodes I thought were really good.
Yep.
So far, season 2, I thought was going to start off way better, and it did the first couple episodes, but then it just seemed like it just kind of went back to that old season 1 pacing where everything is just kind of like dragging ass,
Yeah.
and
Exactly.
it's fucking annoying.
Yeah, I really hope that that's not like. I'm hoping the next couple episodes are not going to be that way.
And that's what gets me is there's no world building, but yet they have all these like slow episodes.
Families
So I
and
don't
yeah,
get it.
it is all over the fucking place, and I've just learned to kind of when new shit comes in, I'm just like, I, I don't even. I'm not even gonna elaborate on it anymore. I'm just gonna be like, okay, this is about Bomb and Rachel. That's what you told me at the beginning. That's what I'm sticking with. So, yeah.
What away?
Other than that, I don't have any other reactions for that shit. So, if y'all are ready, we'll get into the big discussion.
Yes.
So, Manuel and I actually did this one over a year ago, discussing franchises that we think could benefit from an anime adaptation or manga adaptation, or something we would like to see in that type of role. So, Katie, I'm curious to see what you have because I'm gonna end up rehashing the same ones I had from when we did it before.
Yeah, I'll say Sweet Home. It was a webtoon. They made a live version, but the CGI is awful, and I think they could really do an amazing anime out of it. I mean, the webtoon's beautiful, and the story's great. So I think it deserves some justice there. And don't get me wrong, I'm still watching the live action, but I really think they should animate it to make it look a lot better.
So it was originally a webtoon, though?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's always that possibility that it could get that adaptation at some point.
Yeah, because all the monsters are CGI, so it's really hard to take it as seriously. But in an anime, it'd look really good.
Right. Did you have any other ones?
I mean, they tried Alice in Borderland, and I think they got 4 episodes. But I would love to see that animated as well with the original storyline because, again, the live is great, but it doesn't follow the anime exactly or the manga exactly.
Right. So one that I have, well, I don't really have now because they are doing it. The Terminator is coming out with anime adaptation, which I think is very interesting. In that same vein, the one that I've always kind of said would get a good benefit is the Resident Evil franchise. And you could do it in a sense of like similar to how JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is. Each season can be a game, and then you can end up. So you have the first game, it's the mansion, whatever. the second season would be the police station, and then technically you could do the second and third season can kind of be a mix, and there's a lot of things that I think that can be tapped into that the live action movies never really were able to do. I stand by that. I know they do like Legend of Zelda also has a manga. I would like to see that as an anime adaptation. I think that would be an amazing adaptation.
And the manga for that is really beautiful. I actually have it, and it's
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's one I've thought about looking into, but I've also just been like, I got so many other things I have to get.
I think it's a good collector's edition if you grew up playing it, honestly.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think Trevor is getting a box set for one of them. I can't remember, but obviously he's not here today to confirm it. You know.
We'll assume.
Well, I'm assuming it because I know he's mentioned it. Other good ones, you know, again, Resident Evil. That's probably the one that I've been like, oh my god, give me that in an anime style, similar to Zom 100. If you gave me that kind of feel with that, oh man, it would be perfect.
That'd be a really good blend. Zom 100 had an amazing art perspective in how they went about animating it. I would love to see that used more.
I need to rewatch it again. I got up to I think however many episodes, and then they were on hiatus for a few months. And then, yeah, so I was like, I probably need to rewatch that. So that's on my list to eventually get to again. Manuel, I see you're muted, but do you have any ideas?
On things that need to be animated.
Yeah, or any franchise or anything you could think of that could be an anime or manga or anything.
The one I've said 1,000 times, brother. Kingdom Hearts. I need a Kingdom Hearts anime. And I want it to go into full fucking depth about the entire backstory of Kingdom Hearts. Because I don't know if you know about Kingdom Hearts' backstory, but it is fucking deep, bro. The lore is thick in that bitch.
I don't know enough. I only know like the superficial stuff.
Yeah. I know there's Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse is in it, yes. But a lot of the lore is like with the darkness and like and stuff like that. It just goes so deep, and when you understand the lore, a lot of the games start to make a little bit more sense. Because like in the moment when you're playing it, you're like, how the fuck did we get here? There's like clones and there's like clones of other people's clones that like look exactly like them, but they have totally different names, and like they start to like intertwine the stories, and I'm just like, how do we get here, bro? Like, so I had to like do an in-depth like YouTube video, like deep dive on like how to understand all the lore, and it was literally like fucking 2.5 hours long, because that's how deep the lore is for this shit.
Send me that video because I always got kind of confused when I switched to some of those parts. So send me that.
Okay. Yeah, so they made like obviously Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and 3, but they made like 6. Was it 6?
There's
Those are between 4 and 6 like side games. They're like
there's like in-betweener games.
Yeah. Which is like it's just super deep with lore. I think they could do like a ton of seasons out of it, and if they do it right, I mean, it could be obviously awesome because it'd be Mickey Mouse. Disney's trying to get into anime, dog. This is the best way to do it. Get one of your biggest gaming franchises into an anime and have like an in-depth explanation of all the lore, and bring back all the lovable characters like Sora and them. Like, dude, it'd be fucking awesome.
I would almost be surprised if Disney isn't already thinking about it.
They should have already done it, low key. But
no doubt. Because my big thing with Kingdom Hearts, like I never played the games because there's just so much.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And I'm at this point in my life where I just don't have time to grind like that.
Yeah, I know, me either. And I wish I did, because I want to go back and I want to replay them, especially since they made them all cross-plat. And for a long time, they were free on Game Pass.
Right.
All of them, like all the in between games and everything. So and then they put them in order for you, so you can
Oh,
just
nice.
go and play through and like play it like chronologically in order. So it made sense. I fucking didn't because I'm an idiot.
That's all right. We still love you.
And then another one that I think would be super good because the story is actually really good and it makes a lot of sense. And we can get like into a bigger backstory of like how he came to be. God of War.
Oh, yes.
God of War
Yes.
would be an amazing anime. Get into Kratos' like actual like backstory of how he became to be like the big head honcho in Sparta and how he met the God of War originally and stuff like that. That'd be so good.
Again,
So
and
good.
Sony's also trying to get into the anime game as well. I think a lot of these places are really seeing the impact of anime, and they like
Yeah,
money,
I was
just
talking about
like
earlier, dude. It's all over the Olympics.
right.
Yeah, I've seen multiple videos about the Olympics where like everyone's thrown up poses from different anime. There's JoJo references. I mean, there's
JoJo references. I've seen One Piece references. I've seen the Blue Eyes White Dragon from Noah Lyles. I've seen hella shit.
oh
Rock
yeah,
Lee, that UFC fighter doing Rock Lee that one time, that was fucking tight.
It's crazy. I with Kingdom Hearts, I would if I was a betting man, I would bet that Disney is probably already looking into a possibility of having this. Um,
They have to. They'd be dumb.
God of War would, oh man, give that to me in the style of like a Vinland Saga or a fucking Attack on Titan.
I would
yes,
unalive
yes.
a car full of puppies to get it in Vinland style saga.
Yeah.
Or in
Same.
Vinland Saga style.
And if they're not thinking about it, why are we not funding this? Like,
Literally.
I. Yeah, now you make me want it. Like, I need it now. They tried to, I was thinking like Halo, but they tried doing it before and it just didn't work. The live action fucking sucked. I think Halo as a game is a fucking great game, but I don't think they know how to do anything outside of gaming.
No, they need an entirely different studio to pick it up and do it because the lore for Halo is also really good. And if done correctly, they could fucking make it an awesome anime. I think when they did the anime though, it was like some fucking random ass story that like wasn't correlated to anything.
Right.
But if it followed the actual like main storyline from the video games and then just obviously added in all the extra stuff to like make it a cohesive story, I think it'd be dope.
Oh, no doubt.
Maybe get a little Master Chief backstory. That'd be sick.
For sure. There are like a lot, Terminator coming out. I'm curious to see how they adapt that into the anime. I'll probably be watching that one for sure. Um, Cyberpunk is another one that they came out with an anime out of left field, and if you ask a lot of people, they say it's a goated anime right now.
I've heard good things about it. I've never watched it because I don't know anything about Cyberpunk.
I don't
But
think you need
the
to.
last game they did for League of Legends, what was it? Arcane.
Yeah,
That shit was fire.
I heard that was really good as well. So like, there's a market out there for franchises to capitalize on this.
Absolutely.
Yeah, animes.
if you know, so like God of War, for example, there is a following for God of War. God of War fans, if you were to tell them there's going to be an anime coming out for God of War, it's going to break the internet. Plain and simple.
Oh yeah, all the sweaty neckbeards are going to be coming out the woodwork trying to watch this.
Exactly. There's so much shit.
Me
Right, I was gonna say, we're right along with it. I think video games are a lot more easier to adapt into anime than a live action story. and vice versa. It's very hard to obviously to adapt anime into live action. It's just not, you know, you have
So
so
then how do
much.
you think Terminator is gonna go?
I I think it'll be good. I think it's gonna end up being good because there's a lot of shit that they're gonna be able to do that they might not have been able to do with the technology at the time. Now, I don't know how far they're going into the lore and everything, or if it's gonna be a one of one um, remake almost in anime style. I there,
Did you guys hear the rumor about the One Piece remake trailer dropping soon?
so you sent something in the group chat. I just didn't have a chance to look at it. What did what are you thinking about
Yeah,
that?
so I guess somebody leaked that a trailer might be dropping soon by the studio that's remaking it.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if it's been officially confirmed yet. I've been working on this, so I haven't had a chance to really look into it. But I hope it drops soon because I'm sick and tired of One Piece fans being like, "This is the greatest anime ever," and I'm like, "No, it's not, bro. Like, is it a good story? Obviously, it's a great story. It's fucking amazing. Is it a really good manga? Yes, it's a great manga. Is the story building next level? Yes, it's next level building, story building, or world building. And then, like, right now, the anime is good. The animation's fucking peak right now. But this is episode like 1100 now. The
Right.
first like 600 episodes were fucking piss poor animation. It was bad. In fact, they didn't even get good until after the Sabaody arc and the time skip. And even the time skip coming back was better, but it wasn't great. It didn't actually become, I didn't actually look at it and be like, oh shit, this animation is fire until the Wano arc, which was like 900 something. So I'm ready for One Piece fans to shut the fuck up about the anime because it's not that great.
It's not that what? The One Piece fans came and canceled him.
It's not that great. Good.
He said good.
I'm gonna agree with you because I want to get into One Piece and I can't because of the animation. I
Yep.
can't make it 900 episodes before animation gets tolerable.
Yeah, dude. It's rough.
yeah. Well, that
And
and I'll be honest.
there's a
1100 episodes is just demanding on anybody.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
just crazy because like I see a lot of content creators out there and they all say the same thing. Oh man, it's crazy that One Piece has been putting up amazing content for 1100 episodes. I'm like, brother, it's that's just not true. It's just not true. People have been interested, people have been invested, people have been watching, sure. But to say that all 1100 episodes are just like absolutely amazing every time, it's just not true, dude. There's been whole arcs that I've struggled to get through. Whole arcs that I'm just like, this is fucking absolutely the most boring shit I've ever seen. Like Thriller Bark was an absolute waste of time and energy. And if it wasn't for Gecko Moria's character being like kind of like interesting to the plot, then I would have probably have skipped all of it in time. Whole Cake Island, waste of an arc. Why? So Sanji can get some character development? Like that wasn't worth it. Absolutely not worth it. So like is One Piece good right now? Yes, One Piece right now is good. The animation is good. The story is good. Is it still poorly paced? Yes, it is still poorly paced. So to say that like, oh, it's so great that they've been doing it for this long and it's always been good, it's just a lot.
So I have to
Get
ask
over
then,
yourself.
everyone glazes the manga. Is the manga paced better than the anime?
The
Or
manga
is it
is
just
paced way better.
okay?
The manga is paced. In fact, I always tell people if you want to get into One Piece, just read the manga. Read the manga and wait for the remake.
Yeah, I'll just buy all the box sets.
That's what I'm hearing
Because
as well.
Because I always see like, oh no, One Piece is good. You just don't have the patience to sit through it all. I do. I did it. I talk the talk, bitch. I'm about it. I've watched over 1,000 episodes of this fucking show. Not worth 1,000 episodes, I promise you. 70% of the show is like so poorly paced and slow, and it shows because the remake is talking like they're gonna compact everything into like 350 episodes. 350 episodes ain't shit compared to fucking all 1100. It ain't
Right.
shit compared to Bleach. It ain't shit compared to Naruto. Like, they what is the actual statistic for One Piece's pacing? It was like 0.7 something chapters per episode or something. Like, it was something really bad.
Yeah,
That's
not good.
insane.
That's not good.
No.
They need to probably do what JoJo's Bizarre Adventure did and just pace it amazingly and have legitimately. I think JoJo is one of the only.
And you want to know what's
animes-
crazier?
What's up?
It progressively gets slower
Oh god.
over time.
Oh god. Yeah.
So I need your opinion then. Do you think everyone likes it because they've stuck it out this long? Or do you think they
Yes.
like it?
100%.
he doesn't even need the other.
That's fair. That, you know what? Because I want to get into it so bad. I mean, I remember seeing it back on Toonami and I was like, I don't like the animation, so I skipped it. And now it's been 25 or like 23, 20 so years, and I still can't get into the animation.
Right. I'm kind of tired of everybody glazing it. I'll be honest. I'm not saying that it's a bad anime or a bad show. I'm sure it's an amazing story.
No.
But
Exactly.
I'll never say it's a bad show because I do love the story. I love the characters. I love the world of One Piece. I like the power system that they use. I think everything's pretty fair like that. But like, dude, the pacing for me is just the worst I've ever seen. The worst. Like, I want to say, I don't remember this exactly, and I'm having trouble finding it because I'm currently driving. But they said that like about 1.25 to 1.5 chapters an episode, and then it's slowed all the way down right now in the Wano and Egghead Island to like 0.7.
yeah, that's rough.
It's really bad. It's
Yeah,
really bad.
I'll just read it. So thank you, because I really do want to get into One Piece. I want to.
Like I wanna be a part of the hype, but I'm not gonna be a part of the hype if it's gonna just make me wanna off myself. So like
Yeah. So
Exactly.
you know Trevor, bro.
yeah.
Trevor is one of those guys. He doesn't like to give up on shit.
And
When he's
given
done
up.
something, he's given up on One Piece literally 5 times.
Yeah.
5 times. The farthest he got was when him and I were kind of watching it together, and I want to say he got to like 700 something. I think he said
Yeah.
maybe 600 something before he was like, "Nah, fuck this. I can't do it
Yeah.
anymore."
I
Because
think,
the pacing was that bad.
yeah, no, that's and I mean we come from a time where anime pacing was not the greatest, but like I feel like now at this day and age, we are very much spoiled and we want our anime paced damn near, you know, perfectly. Like you don't need to have a character running for 5 episodes to get
Yeah.
to the next
And
point.
what's crazy is like all the One Piece meat writers say the same shit about Dragon Ball Z and Naruto and all this other stuff. Like, oh well, there's just too much filler and it sucks. And oh well, the fucking they have like a bunch of episodes too, and especially like for Dragon Ball Z, like the pacing sucked for Dragon Ball Z. And I'm like, yeah, it did. Why do you think we at this point just consider Dragon Ball Z to be one of the greatest anime of all time? Because it's just the godfather of anime. Why do you think the big 3 exist? Because they were in that early stages of anime where they just needed to pump out content because they're trying to get people interested. Right now, we're in the golden age where pacing is amazing, animation is amazing, storylines are great. Like, we're spoiled right now.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
But that doesn't
100%.
excuse One Piece or make One Piece better just because they have so many episodes.
Agreed.
It just doesn't. It still falls under that trap of like, there's just way too much and it was done poorly.
I agree.
And right now, all of the fucking One Piece meat writers are just giving it so many excuses and giving it so many passes because they love it so much. So they're just like, no, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Rather than just being like, dude, it's just not for everybody to wait for the remake.
Yep. And
Like,
that-
I'll be the first one to say, Super to me is the best Dragon Ball we've gotten in a long time.
oh, 100%.
Beating GT, beating Dragon Ball Z, because the pacing was just way better. The
Yep.
animation was way cleaner. The voice actors are even better.
And there was hardly any filler.
Right.
That's kind of my thing is like the glazing for One Piece just needs to stop. It is the
Yeah, it's
animation right
crazy.
now is amazing. I will give it that. I'm not telling anybody that, I'm not one of those haters that's gonna say, oh, this is fucking awful, when obviously it's not. My issues
Yeah.
lie with everything leading up to this point. Why did it have to take 1,100 episodes for us to get to a point where the animation is peak?
Yes. No one hates on
Terrible
one.
kaiju number 8 would be
Oh
if it
my
was like
god.
70 episodes.
70 episodes for the first 10 episodes that we got.
Honestly, I could say
Exactly.
I love
That's like the
Kaiju's
level.
pacing.
That's like the level of pacing that One
Yeah.
Piece is on.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Nobody would like it. People would be like, "Yo, this is fucking whack." Like,
That's
this is
kind of how I
going
feel
really
with Tower.
slow.
This is like how I feel with Tower of God. It, to kind of go
Yeah,
back to our topic, is this is what Tower of God is kind of doing, is, you know, you're making it longer than it needs to be for the sake of
yeah.
money, for the sake that you like money. That's it.
But the thing is, they're making it longer
And
than
I
it needs
get
to
it.
be, and they're not explaining shit though. They're not making it to where it
So like,
deserves
it's
it.
weird because like from what I hear and from what I've been reading, like the reason that the season 1 felt that way, like it was rushed or like shit was missing, is because it was. Crunchyroll literally said we're going to give you 1 season. So they try to just pack as much into it as they could. And people ended up liking it, and then they ended up liking the webtoons. So they greenlit it for another season finally. But now we're just
Uh,
stuck in a spot where it's just like nothing makes sense.
Gotta love it.
that makes a lot more sense than why it's so disconnected. That
Yeah.
actually like
Yep.
explains a lot.
Yeah, because it didn't get greenlit for another season until like almost 3 years after the first season was done.
But I
Because
have to
initially Crunchyroll was like, you only get.
point out though, Fire Force had a similar issue after season 2. It's been a few years, but they still paced it properly. So it is possible to pace it properly, assuming you're going to be limited on seasons.
Right. Oh, it definitely is.
I mean, to me, even if they're telling you you only got 1 season, you should be sticking with what you already had originally planned before that point. Because if your anime is that good that people are gonna want more of it, companies are gonna say, yeah, well, fuck. The response to this is fucking amazing. We need to get more of this.
Right.
Companies are
Exactly.
not against making money. I think at the time, and I think the solo leveling effect is kind of kicking into place on this, that a lot of these manhwas were only getting a 1 season, almost pilot run, and you're more than likely not going to do anything. Like, you're not going to be moving the needle on this, and then you have a solo leveling coming along
I
where.
think the other thing.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think the other thing that didn't really do it any favors to only get 1 season was I want to say that season came out in like what 2019 or 2019 2020,
Yeah.
so like right in the midst of fucking COVID.
But
Yeah.
I feel like that's what a lot of people actually gave anime a chance, because after COVID, there's a whole anime boom where
Right.
people are more interested. It's more mainstream nowadays, even.
Yeah,
And
the after fact though, in the initial starts of COVID, it wasn't like that.
Where people were
True.
limited
And companies
on
were losing hell of money.
resources, and hey, we can't even
Yeah.
we can't even let you in the
Especially
office.
in like, especially outside of the countries where they actually give a fuck about their people. They were like, yo, we have everything on lockdown. There's limited number of like employees and everything.
Yeah. And that is true, like,
In America, nobody gives a fuck, but
no. It's the American way. America.
we live until we die.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, I think solo leveling has kind of spoiled us as well, because now I'm expecting all the manhwas and everything to be at this
be that
level,
good.
to be that fucking good, and I'm like, fuck, like, So like I said, the fights for Tower of God are fine. They're good. They're not solo leveling good, but they're good enough. But like the thing with solo leveling, the story is just as good as the fights. It's not. It's a good happy medium where Tower of God, the story fucking sucks ass, and the fighting is all that's really keeping it going. There's no. I mean, it shouldn't have took all the way to the last 2 episodes of the season for me to be invested.
Yeah, no, it shouldn't have.
Like we said when we did the review, if this was something that we weren't doing for the podcast and didn't have content, this would have been dropped 3 episodes in.
Yeah, which is why
Absolutely.
I said we should probably drop it anyway and just pick something else.
Yeah. If anybody has any ideas, you know, whether it's us or viewers or, because I'll tell you what, as much as we shit on Tower of God, we did get a decent amount of views on that review. So, it's actually our highest viewed video.
I think the honesty
Is
too
it really?
helps.
Yeah.
Well, I think the biggest thing that helps is just that it's something current.
Yeah.
We're not talking about the same old shit.
Right. And like, we agreed, we're trying.
What we should have done while it was airing is we should have jumped on the free run hype train, because that anime is fucking.
We still can. There's no reason why we can't do a free run retrospective or review, similar to what we did with Tower of God.
I've already watched it, so.
I told Alice that I want to start watching it, so I think it's 28 episodes.
You guys also
right
need
now.
to watch Mashal. Mashal is also really good.
I'm caught up on Mashal. I have not done free run or whatever it is. It just didn't seem like my genre, but I'm down to try it.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, to be completely honest with you, it's super not my genre either. Like,
Okay.
I started watching it. Yeah. So I started watching it, and the first couple of episodes, I'm just kind of like, this is like very slice of lifey kind of like anime. I was like, it's not really my speed, but like I like the characters, and I kind of like the direction the story is going, so I'm gonna keep watching it. And then once I got like a quarter of the way in, or even a third of the way in, it started to like pick up like quick, like the story did and stuff. And I was like, yo, this shit was kind of fire. And then the fight started like picking up, and like the fighting was really cool, and the animation. I was like, yo, this is kind of sick. It's low key my dark horse to win anime of the year this year.
Okay, I will watch it.
You know what? I'll be honest. I am hearing a lot of people share those sentiments as well. That it could end up being anime of the year.
Bro, my top 3 choices right now are Solo Leveling, Kaiju number 8, and Free Ren.
Yep.
Yeah, Kaiju and Solo are on mine right now.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt. They're Kaiju.
Yeah. You know how I found out about Solo Leveling?
How?
I found the manhwa at Meyer, just randomly. Caitlin was looking at books. She was trying to buy one, and I was just walking around the manga section, just trying to like look at shit. And I saw the 3rd and 4th manhwa for Solo Leveling, and I was like, oh, I gotta find the first 2. So I kept going back to Meyer, and I kept looking for it, and I couldn't find the first one. And then I think randomly for my birthday or something, Caitlin got me the first 2. Nice. I was like, all right, bet. So I finally got them, and as soon as I read the first 2, I was like, bro, I gotta buy the other ones. This shit is fire.
Well, I told you.
I bought all the ones that existed, read it all the way through, and then my buddy Chach found an online source that has the entire thing translated. So I was like, I gotta read all of it, and I did. I binge read all of it.
It's so good. It is so fucking good.
It is. And that one for me was an anime then manhwa. So
yeah. Well, and same for me. So I've heard the hype from Manuel and Trevor so much that I felt the urge to have to buy it all. Luckily, when Crunchyroll had their sale, so I got like all of them for like $100.
Please be quiet.
That's not bad. Did you end up reading it?
I am on the 4th book now. So I'm getting to a point where I'm almost past where the anime was. So
Yeah, I was gonna say you're getting close, bro.
I know. But yeah, Freerin, I would say we probably wouldn't be next week's episode that we could review that. But within the next
No, it's
couple,
like 20 something episodes.
yeah, within the next couple weeks, let's just go ahead and dock it for a future episode because I'm hearing a lot
Probably
for it.
watch Mashal in that time.
Yeah, I can watch Mashal.
Like at least season 1. Season 1's only like 13 episodes, and the second one's only like 12.
I think Mashal will end up being one that I watch without Allison. Actually, I got that, and I got that and Hunter x Hunter right now that I'll be watching. So
Mashal's really cute.
How
and really
far are
fun.
you on Hunter x Hunter?
I am 10 episodes in.
Oh, you're only 10 episodes in?
The last episode I watched was Gon and Killua trying to get the ball from Netero.
Oh yeah, okay. So you're starting to get into the ending bits of the Hunter exam.
Yeah. Which I'm getting into
Yeah,
it. I'm liking it so far. I'm getting the hype already. So
yeah, bro, it's so good.
Netero's a goat. Is what I'm finding out.
Netero is the GOAT.
Netero versus Master Roshi. That's the fight I need.
I'd have to give it to Master Roshi still.
Damn.
His Kamehameha wave blew up the moon, dog.
You got a point there.
Netero doesn't have a feat that comes close to that. I don't want to give you any spoilers, but even his fight against Merowyn, his like big final attack couldn't blow up the moon is all I'm saying.
Damn. But hypothetically speaking, you don't need to blow up the moon to win a fight or lose a fight.
No, but when it comes to pure power, Roshi's got it.
Okay. That's what I needed to know.
Yeah, Master Roshi takes it for me.
Fuck, we got off topic. But that's alright. That's alright. As far as the anime being, franchises that anime could have, again, Resident Evil, God of War, Legend of Zelda, I know they have the manga, but give me an anime.
Kill a man to get a fucking anime Legend of Zelda.
Oh my gosh. And again, you could do that in the same way. I know I said Resident Evil in a way of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Let me change that. Give me Legend of Zelda and a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure way, because each game is a different thing in its own, in a bigger timeline.
Yeah, they're all part of a different timeline. The only two that connect, well, technically 3 of them connect, but only 2 of them are canonically like connected in the storyline.
And that's Ocarina of Time.
It's Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom.
Well, and Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but they weren't direct sequels. They were just from the same timeline.
Right,
Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom is a direct sequel to Breath of the Wild.
Okay, I got you.
That's what I meant.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I worded that stupidly.
Yeah. No, I would kill to have that. I think out of all of them, either Legend of Zelda in the vein of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, like the style, or God of War in the vein of Vinland Saga would be insane.
That would be absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, that'd be so good.
That's the only way you could probably do it, in my opinion. There's not really any other ones that jump out to me that really need it. But like,
no.
I think those were the same ones we said when we did this, a year ago.
Probably.
100%.
I know, to be honest.
I know Kingdom of Heart and Resident Evil were 2 that we brought up.
Borderlands would be a good one too, low key.
I was thinking that, but I wasn't sure how that. I haven't played that one that much, so.
I really like the first two. I haven't played any of the other ones.
Gotcha. Whew.
I can't think of any more. I was trying to think. There's nothing else I can really think of off the top of my head.
You know what? Give me
Yeah, off the top of my head, I can't think of any either.
give me the Avengers and anime.
I can't do superheroes. I'm sorry. So tap me out of that.
Nah. Actually, I just need an Avengers My Hero Academia crossover, and I'll be okay with that.
Okay, that's
You're telling me right now that fucking Spider-Man and Iron Man can't take out Shigaraki? Come on now. They took out fucking Thanos.
With the Infinity Gauntlet.
With the Infinity Gauntlet. But getting old. Yeah, I went to Slipknot last night, and which was great. They played their whole first album in its entirety, so that was fun.
Swear.
Yeah, that's all they played. They legitimately said, "We're not." Yet, if you wanted to hear anything past 1999, you're gonna be really disappointed.
That's
So,
my favorite time frame for Slipknot.
hey, that's what I'm
What a
saying.
coinky dink.
So that was a good time. I fucking hurt my arm from it because my brother decided some guy was being an asshole, and like we were away from the mosh pits, and some guy decided he wanted to try and start one, and we're just standing by us and like ran into us, and so my brother yoked him up and punched him in the face, and I had to pull him back before he got his ass beat.
Dante did?
Donovan,
It was Donovan?
yeah.
Fire.
It was a nice punch too. He like punched him and then pulled his shirt over his head, which was like good because the guy didn't realize who fucking hit him. So like I'm yoking him
Right.
back, and I think when I pulled him back, I fucked my arm up. So I got a nice fucking bruise right there from fucking pulling him, and that like it bruised right away, and I'm like I don't usually bruise like that. But
you're old.
fuck. You're not kidding. I feel it. But other than that, I don't think I have anything else unless you all do.
I'm good.
No, I don't. That should be it.
All
Let's
right.
call it.
Like I think we're gonna call it a night. This has been Weber Die. We'll be on next week. Video should be out Friday. I don't know what the topic's gonna be. So, all right.
Album out soon.
All right. See you, everybody.
Bye.